a 1v1 Green Tooth Gorge, blue side. We've got mscomies as an Orc Mekboy, fights ranged, can teleport, can support, can put down turrets, but is not the toughest little Orc. Dark Riku on the red side is a Force Commander, offensive, melee, pretty versatile, can buff his marines. This looks like Imperial Fist DLC, which has been recolored dark grey. Tactical marines on the field for Dark Riku. Heavy ranged infantry, pretty tough and versatile. Might see another scout squad from him. Commies goes for the usual double shooters. There are some proponents to the double sluggers build against Space Marines, perhaps. Double sluggers, double shooters, we'll see. And Dark Riku has gone for another scout squad. Mekboy using his mobility to harass these scouts and does pretty nice damage with his default shooter. So these guys are going to lose models. Dark Riku retreats them just in time. And he teleports up to cap up stuff. Sluggers will be important. Tying up tactical marines. But as you can see, already took quite a lot of damage from that bolter fight. And here comes the Force Commander. These sluggers need to get out here, I think. And there they go and lose 2 models. 3 models. It's a 2-to-1 for mscomies. It's a double, sorry, it's gonna be a 2-to-1 once these tactical marines complete their cap and this Mekboy completes this cap. We've got a node down for Dark Riku, 1 generator for mscomies. These tactical marines might get a flamer and hit it right now. Doesn't quite have the power, I don't think. No. Force Commander in amongst these shooter boys. This shooter boy squad already has a knob leader, makes it a detector unit, also buffing its DPS and survivability. Force Commander down to half HP. Here are the slugger boys. Here comes the Mekboy. What is he up to? Need some boys to help him out, and here they come. Might be able to force off that Force Commander if he focuses him down. Mekboy moving in and trying to tie up those tactical marines, but these double scouts are here now. Dark Riku retreats the Force Commander, splitting up his units there. And now sluggers in amongst his tactical marines. Don't have their burners yet, which would give them a couple of power weapons. But they are forcing off these tacks and take out 2 models, wow. That's 166 requisition to reinforce that tactical marine squad. Dark Riku not happy with their retreat pathing. Sluggers decapping stuff now. This is a fully matured rec point to plus 30. Here comes the Force Commander, not quite fully healed up. And already has the Artificer armor, making him a bit more tanky, gives him 200 hit points, up to 1020 now at level 1. Mekboy takes the building. Sluggers are gonna start losing models if they don't run. Chainsaw to the back of the neck, and it does a special attack and misses. Shooter boy is taking the east. Center is blue already, so it's gonna be a 2-to-1 for commies because scouts or something are capping west. Yes, scouts. And assault marines on the way for Dark Riku. Force Commander took a lot of damage from the Mekboy there, but he's in trouble and needs to retreat from his tactical marines, who are now fully reinforced. Dark Riku getting assault marines with just a node. No shotguns or flamers then, and assault marines are on the field. Jump infantry that disrupt when they land. Bolt pistols and chainswords. Very bad news for these shooter boys. Generally a good counter to ranged squads, especially in tier 1. Triple gens up for mscomies, 500, 378. Dark Riku yet to take a victory point off of commies, off of the counter in a way. Shooter boys take the building, took 1 loss. Not all of them will be able to fire out of it. But look at that, they're getting shots off on the scouts as well. These guys are getting their sergeant. They're going to chuck a grenade in there straight away. There it is. This might be a dead shooter boy squad, and it is. That was devastating. You saw there Dark Riku throwing a grenade at the entrance, so when the shooter boys got out they were all bunched up and were wiped. Big loss for mscomies. That had a knob leader as well, that squad. Now has some storm boys, which are generally pretty bad news for Space Marines in Tier 1, since they have power weapons and are a melee unit. Power weapons doing more damage to heavy armor. Force Commander backs away, about half HP, but has that extra regen from Artificer. Storm Boys are a jump unit, but they don't disrupt when they land like Assault Marines, not in Tier 1 anyway. They can stun if they get their Knob Leader in Tier 2, which makes them pretty fearsome. Triple gens for both players. Map starting to turn red with these double scouts capping things up. Here comes Sluggers and Storm Boys using Waaagh. Mekboy doesn't have the global buffs that the War Boss has, but these Storm Boys have caught up to these Marines. And can they make the building without a loss? They can. That was pretty lucky. Storm Boys now jump over to the VP. Eventually, there they go. Land flat on their face sometimes. Scouts taking mid. And look at the map. Shooter Boy's taking this power though, and putting a node on it. Tier 2 for mscomies. Might be able to get out a quick death tread or something. Dark Riku not far behind though, about 20 seconds or so we'll be able to go Tier 2. Storm Boys run away with 2 losses. Scouts now trying to retake this node. Well, here comes Shooter Boys. No big shooter, so they can't suppress with aiming. What's that? Here comes the Mekboy. Tying up the scouts. Needs to be careful of grenades. And we see the battery pack on the Mekboy allows him to heal. Assault Marines jumping at a shooter squad. They need to retreat. Ouch. 476, 347, a 1-to-1. West is uncapped. And Dark Riku is almost halfway to Tier 2. So not a huge lead for mscomies in terms of tech. Did have more generators up for longer. But he needs to start recapping his side of the map here. This rec point is fully matured for Dark Riku. Tactical Marines cap 50% faster than any other unit and take the Western VP, but they don't want to tackle with Storm Boys. Or indeed Sluggers. Get it right. And they get in their burners, look. We'll give them a couple of power weapons. And when they get their knob leader, they are pretty nasty. War truck on the way for commies. Sluggers get away without a loss, I think. Still taking shots, and they do get away. Storm Boys have their knob leader. They're going to be such bad news. He does so much power melee damage. Might be a triple for Dark Riku though. War truck hits the field. Dark Riku can easily counter with Melter Bomb, Assault Squad and a Tactical Marine Missile. Maybe just one of those will do fine. Has such small amount of hit points to start off, 350. Assault Marines have their Sergeant, makes them a lot more viable as a melee on melee unit. And he's retaking his node. Or not. mscomies repurchases and now he can retake it. War truck comes to the west side. Support vehicle for Orks, can transport and can reinforce allies. Sluggers and Storm Boys inside. And Dark Riku might lose a large chunk of this power here if these Sluggers burn. There we go, using range stance to use their burners. Dark Riku has a Librarian, so those guys don't want to bunch up. Here comes the Mekboy. No more walk here for this guy. And Dark Riku loses all of his power. Might even get it decapped. No, looks like Commies is happy with just burning it down. And Dark Riku splitting up his forces, capping and hitting power here. No flamer for the tactical marines. Librarian, no time of time for him yet. Scouts caught in retreat, got to get away. No losses. Unless that was the squad with the sergeant. No, this is the squad with the sergeant. And they get away with 2 losses. 366, 347, 2-1 for Riku. Still in the balance though. Those Storm Boys are so dangerous. mscomies is going to lose his power unless he defends. Looks like he is coming to. Assault Marines, do they have Thunder and Lightning? They do. There's the Melter Bomb on the war truck, and here come the Orks. Storm Boys on those Assault Marines. Look at the damage they're taking. There's most of the strike, and then they retreat the hell out of there. There's a smite as well. Storm Boys jump the Tactical Marines, stunning them when they land, and get a nice heal from the Mekboy. Look at that, back up to full strength. Sluggers catching Tactical Marines in retreat with their Knob Leader and Flamers, or Burners as they're called. Take out 1 model, maybe 2. No, 1 model. Good engagement for mscomies. War truck survived. Riku still hasn't got a missile launcher on these guys. And commies largely defending his power too. Has 2 gens still. Rebuying a node. Battery pack. Excellent use on those Storm Boys. And war truck is full again. Mekboy, one of the commanders that can repair, repairs the war truck and then gets in. Still, Riku has the map control. Those scouts using them very well to spread out and cap stuff. War truck spots the scouts. Has he bought the plating for it? No. Still 350 hit points. And the Force Commander has a Power Fist. Now that's a mistake, I think. Obviously he wants to take out the war truck with it, but a Tactical Marine missile launcher would be a lot more efficient at that, and then he could get the Thunderhammer to deal with all those melee units. Scouts in this far northwest corner, not sure what they're doing, waiting for the Storm Boys to leave so they can cap perhaps. 323, 324. And Riku spots the Storm Boys and wants to have a go. Storm Boys jump away though. Where are the sluggers? They are burning gens. Riku's going to lose them again. And here he comes to defend. This is going to be a hugely important engagement. Commies might just get in the war truck and run. Librarian doesn't use smite. Storm Boys jump in. There's Merciless Strike, which misses everything from the Assault Marines. There is the smite, devastating the sluggers. War truck went down to the Force Commander and is now weighing in with that powerful Power Fist. And there's Call the Boys, sorry. Reinforcing all those models. Excellent use of the ability. Usually players will just wait to use it on a Knob Squad. But as you can see, incredibly useful with tier 1 units. Seen by some as an overpowered global, instantly reinforces all models around the commander and allows them to reinforce for cost for 20 seconds I think. And mscomies now has a Knob Squad on the way. 323, 316. Really should have gone with a Thunderhammer for that Force Commander, I think. Did make short work of the war truck, but a missile launcher could have did that. And Thunderhammer is so nice versus melee squads. And we don't see any shotguns even for these scouts, so he's no real way to protect the Tactical Marines. Librarian went down, in fact. Assault Marines jumping in, and so are Storm Boys going after these scouts. There's a nice grenade from Riku. Killed a Storm Boy model. Sluggers busy decapping stuff. Here comes the Knob Squad. Elite melee infantry for Orks. Hugely powerful in combat. And Riku has his work cut out. Again, the Thunderhammer would be nice versus those Knobs, constantly disrupting them and doing splash damage. But he's forced off here. Knob Squad start out with these huge chain axes, which are power melee, I believe. Tactical Marines stunned and forced to retreat. They have their sergeant but no weapon upgrade. Plasma cannon on the way for Riku. I'm not sure that's the best idea with the Storm Boys around. We'll see how it goes. Commies starting to creep back into this now and is recapping the map 323-238. Infantry healing up at Riku's base. Scouts used almost only to cap so far. Has got a couple of nice grenades off, especially that excellent one of those shooter boys. Storm boys getting jumped and jump away. They did decap that side, so mscomies has a double, and the Nob Squad now have their jammers, which makes them pretty unstoppable in melee. The only thing that can stop them really are assault terminators with lightning claws, and they can't even stop them if they start leveling. As you can see, these circles going up the knobs is their momentum given to them by the hammers, a damage buff every time they hit. Assault Marines do complete the cap and jump the hell away, and his Mega Rumbler will disrupt those Assault Marines and damage the power generators if it's in range, and I think it is. Excellent use of the ability. These Assault Marines trying to retreat out of it, get torn to shreds, and get out with a single model and lost their sergeant, and now Riku in fact concedes. Couple of mistakes. I think the Power Fist was a mistake, not getting missile launcher for the Tactical Marines, and no shotguns for the Scouts. They didn't deal with what mscomies had, which is what you need to do. Deal with what you can see. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.